long ago when you spoke to our channel. It was a different controversy then involving yourself. A different day, a different controversy coming to light. First of all, what do you make of this? A, the invite from Rashtrapati Bhavan which says President of Bharat, and B, the kind of criticism coming in because the BJP says, look, Bharat and India are both a part of our constitution.
See, since I'm not affiliated with the BJP in any manner, I cannot speak on their behalf. However, as a lay independent observer, considering the series of steps the government has undertaken over the last few years to shed the colonial image, including with respect to our own armed forces and several of our institutions, and the construction of the new parliament, so to speak, I think this decision is consistent with it. Second, as has already been pointed out, the word Bharat or the name Bharat already finds mention expressly in Article 1 of the Constitution, to the extent of saying India, that is Bharat, which is that India doesn't have an identity outside of Bharat. If you go through the Constituent Assembly debates surrounding the framing of Article 1 of the Constitution, you will see that this name was chosen after a lot of deliberation at the fag end of the framing of the Constitution, after everything else was done. It was one of those instances where the Namkaran was done after everything else has happened. So I don't see a problem with the name. It is the name of this particular civilization. Bharat is the successor to the Bharati civilization. It is the successor state. Surely we can't be calling Pakistan or Bangladesh a successor state to Indian civilization, right? So considering that, I don't see a problem here. Neither is there a constitutional issue, and consequently there is a political issue.
Okay. Very interesting you mentioned the armed forces, because the same example came to my mind as well when this controversy first made the headlines. The Jai Hind, which has been asked by each and everyone in the armed forces to greet each other instead of a good morning or a good evening, that's to do with shedding the colonial mindset. But the opposition here is asking, what about the timing of it all? A, it's happening in the run-up to 2024. B, we've seen 3 meetings of India bloc, INDIA bloc already take place. The name INDIA perhaps is what is irking the BJP, is what they're saying.
See, I cannot speak on behalf of either party. As far as I'm concerned, any decision taken in an already volatile political atmosphere will be questioned on the basis of timing. Therefore, timing, I don't think, should be a relevant consideration, because no time is a good time when you're in politics. The only question is whether it has a constitutional basis, whether people accept it or not. And if you go through the comments on Twitter, I think there's been a deluge of congratulatory messages, and people are certainly responding to it with a lot of joy and celebration that finally we don't suffer from a multiple personality disorder. We have a single name, that is Bharat, which I think is what we have always wanted. I don't think there's a problem with it. This is not saffronization. This is Bharatiya Karan of Bharatiya history and its name. There's nothing wrong with it.
Okay, before I